All right, so question of the day. If you could be invisible for 24 hours, would you investigate a Diddy party? Would you see the unforeseeable, the unthinkable, if you could be invisible? Are you not curious? Let me see what's going on before the Diddy party.
I'd be curious.
All right. So, that being said, put it in the comments. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to comment, subscribe, thumbs up. Slap that red button. Next up, we got my boy Delay. Diddy dose the baby oil. Ooh. Ooh. What is up with that? What is he doing right now? This is one weird pose, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Even for me, this is kind of weird, man. No Diddy. Let's get it.
Most disturbing things I've ever read in my life. Now, I don't think anybody really comprehends exactly how diabolical this whole situation with Diddy is. I know that we've all heard about the 3 federal charges brought against him, but I don't think anybody understands the severity and the time that he could be serving behind those simple 3 charges. And everybody has seen about the 14-page indictment, but have you guys heard anything about the over 350 pages of the arrest report and what was actually found in his house and what's in that report? Because I've been reading through that report, and I just got to be real honest with y'all. I hate it here. Now, I haven't gotten through the whole 350-page report, but something stuck out to me as so dark and nefarious that I had to stop and make a video and let you guys know what I have just found, especially since I haven't seen anyone else report on this. So today's video is going to be broken into 2 major parts. The first one, we're going to be talking about one of the most disgusting tactics that I've ever heard that Diddy was implementing to incapacitate his victims so that he could do whatever he wanted to them. And then we're going to be talking about exactly how much time Diddy could be looking at from just these 3 simple federal charges. So, buckle up, Buttercup, because it's about to get real weird up in here. Let's go!
Did he just say buckle up, Buttercup?
Yes.
Oh, my Jesus. This guy's a riot. I'm telling you, go check out his page, man. Go check out his page. He is hilarious. I don't care. I hear all these things in the comments. Oh, he's not real. He's not. I don't care. But let me explain to you. He's a character, man, and he got something going. He got something going. I like it. He's just funny to me. He's got my energy. Mm-hmm. You heard? So, yeah, I mess with that. Let's just get back. Let's get back. Go check him out. We all delayed at this point.
This morning, watch how federal agents took Sean Diddy Combs into custody. He's seen in this video entering the Park Hyatt Hotel in Midtown Manhattan with others when agents from Homeland Security Investigations approach and separate him. They place Combs under arrest and lead him out the front door in handcuffs. His lawyer said...
Yo, this is the first time I've seen this. Have you seen his arrest? I don't think anybody had this on their page, not even academics. I don't think so. And usually academics got order plugs. Yo, where you get that... Pause. All the plug. All right, man, let's just get back to it.
Combs had come to New York 2 weeks earlier with the intention of turning himself in. He did not expect the agents to be waiting at his hotel last Monday night.
So the Department of Homeland Security has coordinated with the FBI throughout this entire investigation. If you didn't know, human trafficking is definitely within the jurisdiction of the Department of Homeland Security, but the FBI had to be called in too because they needed to do some very specific things with these raids. And some of the stuff that they found in those raids is in the report that I've been reading, and some of this stuff is wildly disturbing. Now, I'm pretty sure that at this point, pretty much everybody has heard of the over 700 dilders. And when I say dilders, y'all know what I mean. I'm talking about them rubber wings. If you've been paying attention to this case at all whatsoever, I'm sure that you've already heard of the over 1,000 bottles of lube and baby oil. But this is where it gets really, really dark, everybody. And I need you to pay attention because Diddy dosed some of those...
Bro, how can nobody pay attention to you? It's the way you tell a story. Bro, I swear to God, bro, the way you tell the story, nah, really, really, really dark. Now pay attention. No. Like, how can I not pay attention, bro? Come on, man. I need to slip you an Addy.
bottles of baby oil with GHB. And unless you're an absolute degenerate, you're probably thinking to yourself, JD, what is GHB? GHB is known by several different names, everything from G to liquid ecstasy, liquid X, and even Easy Lay. And they call it Easy Lay because it is known to be a date drug. People will give this to their victim, and their victim will find themselves incapacitated and unconscious. It also often makes people black out, so they wake up and they don't have any memory of what happened to them while they were under the influence of this drug. And that's what Diddy was using to incapacitate his victims and make sure that they couldn't come forward about him after he did what he did to them. But why would he put it in the baby oil?
Well, think about it. That would be why he would put it in that baby oil, because it would seep into the skin.
Yeah.
It would seep in the skin.
And also, like, it's something that you wouldn't think.
You would never think of. Yeah, exactly. And then that's my point. So you put it in the baby oil, it'll seep into the skin. You'll never even realize, and you just,
boom,
you out of your tree.
Mm-hmm.
Most people just generally drop that into people's drinks. I'm so glad that you asked, because here's where it starts to get really dubious. Now, out of the 57 witnesses that have been called into this grand jury indictment, 4 of them were medical professionals who treated for GHB, but the thing is the GHB didn't show up in people's urine, which means that some of the people who had been dosed with GHB had been dosed through transdermal exposure. What that is basically, it's going in through your skin. So when Diddy was having these parties and people were getting massages with baby oil, they were getting dosed, going unconscious, waking up and not remembering what had happened to them. So then they tested some.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. I love your conspiracy theories, bro, because they really could make sense. They really could make sense.
Well, he said that he's got this from the arrest.
Are you sure?
That's what he said.
Oh, I thought this is just, something he coming up with right now.
He said that he was reading over I think what? He said like a lot of pages. It was a lot of pages that he's been reading through, and this is what caught his attention.
So how in the world ain't nobody else talking about this except him?
He just said that.
My boy. That's why you my boy. That's why you my nigga, yeah? Let's go. Come on.
Some of the bottles of baby oil that they had taken as evidence, and boom! This filthy scumbag found a brand new way to date drug people. Now, I don't know about y'all, but in my book, there's only one way to deal with somebody who's on that level of disgusting behavior. The wood chipper! But unfortunately, we live in a
all right, that was that. What the hell? What? The wood chipper? Pause.
Country that's baby soft, so the death penalty is not on the table. But let's listen to what this lawyer says about exactly how much time Diddy is looking at for these charges.
How much time is Diddy looking at? All of it. How do we determine federal sentencing? Well, one, we have a chart. Here's that chart now in front of you. Look at it. Let's just take one of his charts. Just one.
Bro, he looked like an evangelical priest that's over there. He looked like Cleflo Dollar. Nigga, you don't even play me with this bootleg ass lawyer. Don't even play me. Yo, you ain't playing me with this bootleg ass lawyer. Because this lawyer bootleg as hell. But hey, let's see what he got to say before I start making my assumption on his synopsis of what happened on per se day.
Let's check the sex trafficking. The base offense level for the sex trafficking is 34. That's 151 to 188 months. 60 months is 5 years, 120 months is 10 years. You can do simple math, but the base offense level is just what it is. Base, how much can you smoke? Base is the start. They can add points to the base offense level. So how do you add points? If there are victims involved, you can add points. Let's say it's 2 points. Ding, ding, 34, 35, 36. Roll if it shows that Diddy is the manager, the leader.
Yo, just to let you guys know, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just to keep it a buck with you guys. Sex trafficking was made off the Mann Act. You heard? That's where they got Jack Johnson with. Just to let you guys know this. This was something that they made because they didn't want interracial relationships. You do realize this. I'm just saying, this whole thing with the X trafficking, whatever you want to call it, was made off of that. Just saying. Just want to keep it a buck. I'm not sticking up for Diddy because Diddy 100% weird. And that's where that whole thing came from. Just letting you guys know a little bit of history. Look it up. Go ahead, Googles and all of that. Do all your Googles.
The ringleader, the person that they listen to, the one giving orders, then that automatically goes up 4 points. So 34, 35, 36 plus 4, 40. Then we go with the obstruction. If they believe that Diddy has done something to obstruct justice, I don't know, maybe call witnesses and saying don't testify against me, that's another 2 levels, 41, 42. We put our chart back up. Where's 42 take us? 360 to life.
Having looked through this paperwork on this case, every single thing that he mentioned there is absolutely shit that they can 100% prove. That's a minimum of 30 years to natural life in a federal pound you in the ass prison. And that is just off the one charge. He still has other charges and probably more pending that'll be dropping real soon. But what if he has really good lawyers? Don't you think that maybe they could get him off on this? Even though the feds have a 98.2% conviction rate, they've spent a long time gathering all the information. They have 57 witnesses and they basically caught him red-handed. Let's ask the homie Bruce Rivers.
Guess what, Diddy? I got news for you. There's a freight train coming, and you are tied to those motherfucking tracks. And your lawyer, he's got a chisel, he's got a blowtorch, and he's got all kinds of other tools in his toolbox. And nothing he can do can remove you from those tracks, because that train is coming, and that
Yeah, I like Bruce Rivers. Go check out Bruce Rivers, man. Shout out to Bruce Rivers. I like Bruce Rivers, yo. You know what I'm saying? I like Bruce Rivers.
train is the U.S. government, and they're going to run a train on you.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, that excited me, Bruce. The idea of the things that I could do to Diddy with a chisel and a blowtorch absolutely made my lady parts quiver. I don't even have lady parts. How did that happen? Now, this...
Yo, because you too much on TikTok. You scrolling too much. Yo, your ADHD brain just picks it up and it just spits out. That's what happens to me, man. I have diarrhea of the mouth all the time, you heard?
Point, we all pretty much know that Diddy tried to get bail twice, and both times the judge denied him, shot him down, said you are going to sit in jail. And there's 2 reasons why that's really important. The first of which is pretty self-explanatory. We're all happy that Diddy gets to sit in jail and rot. The second of which, I'm going to let this lawyer run down to you.
Federal District Judge Andrew Carter said no to Puff Daddy's request for release from jail during the pendency of his criminal charges. Now, why is that important? Well, 1, at the arraignment, the judge said, I think he's too much of a risk.
I need you to keep in mind that Diddy offered up $50 million in cold hard cash.
Fact.
He offered up properties.
Well, not cold hard cash, but he offered his mom's property, but okay.
As collateral that were worth hundreds.
It wasn't cold hard cash. It was his mom's property that he paid off. Yeah, it was his mom's.
It was both. It was all of it.
It was a property that he had in his mom's name, but it was paid off.
Mm-hmm.
Or his name, whatever. Yeah, you could be right on that, but it was paid off.
I know.
Hundreds of millions, and he offered to be on house arrest with an ankle monitor and no guests that were female, even though we all know a lot of his victims are dudes and he likes to waller out dudes while they're knocked out. That's beside the point. Anyway, it doesn't matter because the judge said no.
It wasn't enough for 2 reasons. 1, obstruction of justice. 2, witness tampering.
Now keep in mind that one of Diddy's 3 federal charges is obstruction of justice. They have already hit him with one of those charges. That means that he was trying to tamper with this case. He was trying to intimidate or pay off witnesses. And I'm just going to tell you right now, they did not plan to arrest him the day that they did. He wasn't supposed to be arrested until the next day. But he called one of the witnesses that he found out was going to be a witness somehow 57 times that day. And they were like, fuck
damn,
this. Let's go get his bitch ass and bring him in right now. And that's part of the reason he ain't going nowhere. Y'all smell that? Diddy's cooked! Now, the one thing that I can say with absolute certainty is with the amount of lawsuits that have come out, with the amount of people who keep coming out every single day talking about what he's been doing, what he's done to them, what he's done to others, there are so many other victims out there who have not come forward, and they were probably terrified because it is being established right now that Diddy was actively working with the NYPD and other law enforcement agencies. So hopefully knowing that Diddy is locked up and he is not going anywhere will give some of these victims and survivors peace. They'll be able to sleep a little bit easier at night, breathe easier during the day, and get back to the life that they deserved before they met this absolute monster. And y'all know me, I'm here for this crime shit, so I'm gonna keep you up to date on everything that goes on. As long as it's worth talking about, we gonna be here talking about it. Until the next one love, baby. Be good or be good at it.
Hold up. There's a caveat, bro. I didn't even realize that he had a whole thing behind this. So, hey, man, he has extra. Yo, there's extra here.
Hey.
There's some extra footage. So, let's get into it. I thought you were done. My bad.
Yeah, bad boy for life, y'all.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, hey boy. I mean girl. I wanna touch your pussy. Hold up, I meant pussy. Let me rub you with this baby oil. When you wake up, your rectum be destroyed. Did I say that out loud? Yeah, bad boy for life.
Yo, this shit is trash. Yo, my dude, do not ever be a rapper, ever, ever, ever. I get it. P. Diddy out the way, and he was trash as well. But yo, man, you got to get yourself a ghostwriter. This is trash, but it's funny. It's funny, but trash.
Oh my gosh.
That shit is trash.
Hey fam, I already know. Let's talk about how bad that was because that was bad. Like,
thank you. That shit was horrible. Terrible. But hey, fuck it. Let's go,
Hey,
man.
at least you're not a yes man.
Yeah.
That was cringe bad. And I know, but it was that way on purpose because in my opinion, ever since the first time I heard Diddy, he's one of the shittiest rappers I've ever heard in my life. And I didn't want to honor him by giving him something that was like halfway fake ass good. So that's why that sucked as bad as it did. Did y'all?
That's not, yo, you lying. Stop lying, bro. You know you lying right now. You know you lying right now. That shit just was trash and you can't rap. That's all it is. But hey, man, we still love you over here.
Yeah.
Just because you can't rap don't mean nothing.
Hey, you still welcome.
Yo, you still bring the entertainment, man. But yo, that was trash. Like straight garbage. Straight garbage, you heard?
Garbage.
We out of here, man.